Come on, give it up, give it up.
I just have to thank you for pronouncing my name just with ease and so easily, like you've been saying it.
I've been practicing all afternoon though. I've been walking around trying to take a ticket. It's Sheléa, fool. It's Sheléa. You know, I've been trying. I'm gonna make sure I get it right. I'm so excited about interviewing you. I was studying you. I was all the music that you do is so wonderful. You even sing my favorite song in the whole wide world is Someone to Watch Over Me. I love that song so much. Like if I go to dinner at a really fine restaurant, they got a piano player, I walk over there. Can you play Someone to Watch Over Me? If they say yeah, I'm putting something in that little glass jar they got. Cause I love that song. So we good to go.
Okay.
First I need to ask you, were you born in Bakersfield or Redwood City?
I was born in Redwood City. I'm from the Bay,
okay.
but I was raised in Bakersfield. So I spent really all growing up. I grew up in a little small town, Bakersfield, right in the middle of California, 2 hours north of Los Angeles.
Now, how far is that from Fresno?
2 hours.
Oh, because Fresno is trying to claim you today. It's like, no, she's from Bakersfield. That's right down the street from Fresno. And I said, okay, I'm going to find out what the truth is. Because I thought Fresno was in the Bay Area. Oh, they shut me down. They said, no.
Oh, no. It's right before you get to the Bay. But yeah, I actually used to go to Fresno every year. There was this church, we would call it. It was a convocation. It was West Side Church in Fresno. I don't know if anybody who's from
They
Fresno.
had gospel drive-by.
Like, we would do a little drive-by.
But they'd have a cross in their hand. West Side, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the comments off because I don't want them on your face while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I'll bring them back up. And anyone who's watching, because sometimes people complain and they say, why are you taking the comments off? That's because I'm not doing this show so I can read your stuff. I'm doing it so I can talk to this goddess and I want to be able to see the artist. But if you have questions, we're not here to ignore you. That's what that question box is for. You put them in, I'll ask the question. I ain't scared.
Yeah.
Okay. So songwriter, singer, musician, I seen you play piano. They say your really big break was when you did a medley of Whitney Houston songs right after she passed. But I also read that you played your first Whitney Houston song when you were 9. So how long have you been playing music?
I feel like it's just been a part of me from the very beginning. I actually have 2 really musical parents, and so I just remember a house full of music, always. It was just always music, and so I remember this little wooden piano I had when I was, 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
My mom says I was harmonizing at 2, and so I had a really strong sense of music, was playing for my church by age 12. And so yeah, I gotta say though, my big break actually was the song that you like, Someone to Watch Over Me, with my brothers Take 6. And that's how Stevie Wonder heard me, because of course he's a huge fan of Take 6. And so that's when, my journey kind of began there too. In terms of my big break. Yeah.
I'm a fan of Take 6 too. And so that mean you sang it a cappella then?
Huh?
You sang it a cappella if you sang it with Take 6?
No, they actually had music on this one. On Someone to Watch Over Me, the song that you like, that version it's got instrumentals, and it actually had Roy Hargrove on it as well. So it actually got that whole record got a Grammy nomination. So it was a great project to be a part of.
But I love so much of your music. This song, Love Fell on Me. I love that. If love fell on me. I just even the thought of that. I listened to the song. I really love it. And this song is like a wedding song. I'm sure it's you. That is so beautiful. Now, are you married?
I just got married December 31st. of 2020 in the middle of a
In the
pandemic.
middle of the pandemic. But wait, how long did you know him first, though?
Well, this is the thing. I met him at college many, many years ago, but we reconnected in September of 2020, and 3 months later,
oh, you better
we were married.
Put a ring on it. It's beautiful.
He really liked it, so he really put a ring on it.
So is he an artist?
He's not, but you know, he's very, very musical though. In fact, when I met him all those years ago in college, we both went to an HBCU, Oakwood University in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay, wait, we ringing bells for the HBCUs now. We don't
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we met there, and there was actually a song that he wrote that he plays piano. He actually sings too, but he's a teleradiologist. So he's a doctor.
Okay, good. And y'all set, but y'all would have been set without anybody else, because your trajectory is going to be so amazing. You're a technician with this. I watched you singing and playing the piano, and you have this thing down. You breathe it, you know. And I mean, you could tell the difference when somebody's trying and when somebody is being. You know, when you're, it's so good. So I had to ask you the video Grace. Now that's your newest, is Grace?
That's my newest song, Grace. Okay. Yeah.
So in Grace, in the video, you are dancing and singing in front of a big white sphere, which I'm thinking is representing the moon.
You know, I could see that. I could see that being the moon. I mean, I don't think I thought about that. We were just trying to do something cool visually, but yeah, it feels like a moon. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, so my question was, because I didn't know whether it was a moon or just a white sphere, but when you were dancing, I really got the feeling that you were singing to a particular person or a being. Actually, I thought you were singing to God. So I'm not sure. I want to know who you were singing to when you were singing that song.
No one has ever asked me that question. That is so incredible. You know, I don't know who I was singing to. I feel like the song Grace, it almost has so many interpretations, and I've been getting so many different responses from different groups of people. Mothers have been reaching out to me a lot about that song, saying that they just needed, you know, just to hear that back, to say that I'm allowed to give myself some grace. I know I don't always hit the mark. And so, you know, this is Pride Month. I've been having, you know, really young people who, you know, identify, you know, in that group, and they're saying that I heard that song and it just really resonated with me. And so I just feel like I've just been getting it from, and then some people listen to it, they're like, this is my song to God, this is my song to myself. You know, to be able to say, especially during this pandemic where we've all been struggling in a lot of different ways, mental health, financially, you know, just health-wise.
It's been scary.
So we're not always at our best, and so we're allowing ourselves to have those moments when we don't quite hit it. And so that grace, and so I feel like it was almost all of that. It was just almost singing to this idea that I know that a lot of times we can be so hard on ourselves, and we can be our hardest critic. You know, it's that inner voice sometimes that can be the cruelest. And if I just felt that if we could get that under control and speak kindly to ourselves and give ourselves that grace, then we could do that in turn to others who desperately need that same grace. So.
And I think that grace is a nice word for it, but I sort of think you're saying give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on you. I mean, we're humans, and it ain't gonna always work out. You know, sometimes things are gonna go left when you thought they were going straight ahead, but it's okay to give yourself that grace, to give yourself that love anyway. That's self-love and self-acceptance. I sort of feel that.
I love that. Absolutely. All of that.
Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. Okay, so you did, here's another song I love. What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life? Now, is that written by, is that Alan and Marilyn Bergman as well?
That is Alan and Marilyn Bergman. They wrote that along with so many other timeless songs. You know, The Way We Were for Barbara. They did so much for Barbara. Barbara covered that one
Yes,
too.
You Don't Give Me Flowers.
Yeah.
And Tootsie, let me tell you, I just watched Tootsie twice in the last 2 days. They did the theme music for that. It just might be you.
Oh, I love that song. And of course, for those who know Waiting to Exhale, you know that Roberta Flack redid that. Something's telling me it might be.
Yes.
I love her little groove on it. She put a groove on it. But yeah, that's the song.
You know, I just got to write that down. I'm going to watch that again tonight. It's been a while since I've seen Stella, since when Stella got her groove back. I'm watching that tonight.
No, that was Waiting to Exhale.
Oh, I'm getting them both. Wait, groove back and Waiting to Exhale. Both of those, I love Loretta Devine and Waiting to Exhale.
Me too.
To exhale. And, you know, once again, you back to grace. When we're talking about waiting to exhale, you know, giving yourself a break, you know? A lot of us are too hard on ourselves right now anyway. And with COVID being what it is, it has shocked a lot of people. You know, a lot of people ain't working who thought they would never be out of work. A lot of people are frightened and stressed out.
Yeah.
This is the time we need to remember the one. You know, we need to remember that God has never left the room. So we can just take it easy, you know? Okay. This was very good for me. Your first movie, your real breakout movie, The Clark Sisters. But wait, before I get there, do you know Alan and Marilyn Bergman?
I do. I actually met them. I was doing this interview, this event with Narda Michael Walden, who I know you know. He's an incredible producer. For those of you who are listening, he produced. I mean, just Google Narda Michael Walden. You'll see Whitney and Aretha, and I mean, he just produced for everybody. Right. And so we were doing this ASCAP event called We Write the Songs, where the songwriter would sing their song. And so he brought me in to do some of his songs. And Alan was there to sing his song, one of them called Windmills of Your Mind, which is another great song you guys got to
Classic.
Classic. That's actually the song, the first song they got their Oscar for.
Yeah.
So Narda was like, you know, Sheléa loves you guys as songwriters. You know, there was this movie that I absolutely love called Yentl. That Barbara Streisand said.
Stop right now. Stop. I wish my woman was here to tell you. That is my favorite movie in the whole wide world. I have seen it over 60 times. I can tell you everybody's line in Yentl. I know from the very beginning when it opens and you see a streaming river go down and leaves are going down the river and it opens into the fairy tale story. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So then you know, so let me, okay, so I was going to give you the quick version. Let me just give you one detail since you know Yentl so well. Okay. So I walk up to Alan and Marilyn and I say, my favorite song of yours is Will Someone Ever Look at Me That Way? And they did what you did. They said, that's such an unusual choice. They were like, how do you even know that song? You're too young to know that song. I said, I'm telling you, I love that song. That is one of my favorites. Because, you know, Papa Can You Hear Me was the big song, you know.
Look at how he looks at her. Would anybody look at me that way? Come on now. Come on.
Full of all the feelings and the soft and spoken words that lovers say.
Oh my God. And she's sitting there sewing. She's just sewing and humming. And, oh my God. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, if you guys haven't seen that movie, go see Yentl. It is brilliant. Yentl, YENTL. Yentl is starring Barbara Streisand. She directed it. It's an incredible
Let me tell you, they hated her. I love that in Hollywood. A woman who wrote it, directed it, did the music, sang, started it. They hated her for doing it, and she wore them out. That movie, go ahead.
Exactly. So I said, I love this song, and they said, wow, that's such an unusual choice. Narda says she should go sing it for you guys. So we're in some like hotel convention area. So it was like there was a piano in one of the convention rooms. Mm-hmm. So we go to the piano. Now there's only one problem. I've never played the song. I just love the song. But I'm just like, okay, this is I don't know when I'm going to see Alan and Marilyn Bergman again. Baby, you got one shot.
That's right. That's right.
So I took them in, and by some miracle, I got through the song. I'll never forget, I opened my eyes, and they both were crying. And then I started crying. And then it was just like, they're like, could you sing it again? And so I sang it all. They haven't sang that song in 30 years. Like,
is it tape? Your version? Is it tape? What you sang that night is on tape somewhere?
I don't know. I don't even remember that. That's such a blur. I don't even remember that moment. But
you know why it worked? Right there. Always be ready to meet the moment.
Yes.
You were ready to meet the moment. You didn't even know it. But all your preparation, you were ready for it, you know? She talked in that song about she thought she knew every look of his, but she never saw that look.
Yes. I
Wow.
thought I would look upon your face, but this is one that I don't recognize. Although I watched and studied him for hours. But now I see how love completely occupies
a pair of eyes. Oh, wait a minute. Come on now. Come on, somebody. Woo! Oh.
They not ready.
Movie. Oh my God. I will be playing this interview back just to watch this. This is so good. Okay, all right. Okay, so we passed them. I just thought you did a whole tribute.
Yes. So basically, the tribute album I did called Pretty World, tribute to Alan and Marilyn Bergman. They literally handpicked all of those songs. We partnered up with it. Narda was like, she should do an album of your songs. I thought they were Hollywood talking me. By the time I got home, they had picked out 12, 13 songs for me to do, and that's how the project came.
Let me just tell you why they were able to write a song like that. Because they really understood the true connection of love. Now, keep this in mind. They've been married since 1958. Now, I was born in 57, and I'm 64. So y'all do the math. They've been married since 58. You know, and in the Hebrew faith, they have a thing called a beshirta. So, according to Talmud, God made everybody in perfect half. When you find this half, you become whole. So that's your beshirta or your beshirta. And once you find your beshirta, you never have to look again because your heart sings a royal song. And then people say, well, if that's true, why are there so many divorces? Because most people don't find the beshirta. Most people just settle for something that's close to it. You know? And I think they found each other for real. Because you couldn't write that song without knowing love. No, you couldn't write that song.
You write about it. You write all the way about it. Absolutely.
Let's get to the Clark sisters.
Okay.
Wow. You played Dorinda. Now, do you know any of the Clark? Did you know the Clark sisters and the Clark sisters?
Well, I didn't know them before the movie. We had done an event together at the Kennedy Center. I just remember saying hi to them, but I didn't have a personal relationship, before the film.
Gospel royalty.
Royalty.
The movie was made so well. I mean, that movie, they made that movie. And you saying Dorinda's part, did you think other people's parts as well?
No, I just did Dorinda.
You did Dorinda. Tell me your experience, because this your first big movie. This a breakout for you. Tell me about it.
It was one of the most rewarding, special, magical times. You know, I had done, my whole life I've been singing. And so to go into acting it seemed like such a hard pivot. But once I started learning the craft, by my really, really great acting coach, Josie Harris, I realized it really wasn't that hard of a pivot. I was so used to telling my stories through my voice, through song. And so now I was telling a story through my body, through my words. And so it was still a storyteller. And I just had to almost just not act, but just be. And so, and that was to me was the connecting thing. Once I learned the craft with learning that. And so, you know, just being able to play someone who's such a beautiful person inside and out, it almost just inspired me to be a better woman, you know.
Yes.
I felt like it was just such a unique time because it was so much Black girl magic. So you have this story about six Black women that has been written, you know, by two Black women, produced by Black women, and directed by a Black woman. So it just felt like it was very unique. And I always, at every interview, I always give a shout out to Christine Swanson, because I feel like what people didn't know why they were feeling the way they were feeling is that we were singing live in the film. So we're so used to seeing television and movies to where there's overdubs, or, you know, they're lip syncing to what was already pre-recorded. So the scene with our mother, you know, in the hospital, the scene with us going over a new song that Twinkie brought to us in the living room of our home, all that was live in the moment. And so that was almost another character in the film. And so it just, you know, to be able to combine music and now this new thing of acting, I just felt so blessed. And of course, Donald Lawrence, who, you know, really got us that Clark sound, because singing like Dorinda is some of our timbres are similar on certain parts of our voice. But the way Donald Lawrence explained it to me is that my voice has more bottom, and hers is, she sings almost like a horn. It's very precise, and it's a little bit, it's got more treble in it. So to find that spot, I had to find it, you know. And so you know, I had to get to that way. And so it kind of made me hoarse, which in turn was good, because there's a quality to her voice, but she is in good voice. So it's really interesting. Some people who know voice know what I'm talking about, but it was just so rewarding. And of course, to get an NAACP nomination, to get the Critics' Choice nomination, and now just recently a Stellar nomination.
Come on now.
It feels good that Everton, that's the #1 television movie of 2020. It just felt really rewarding that what we put our heart into was really received, you know?
Look at God. Look at God. I got 2 more questions about that before I open up this question box. Because I have other questions for you, but I want folks to ask questions. I want to ask, as an actress, did you study them? Did you go and pull tape and watch how they did their thing, the Clark sister? Did you watch her movement and stuff so you could sort of get it? Or did you just say, I'm going to go in what I feel?
No, I wanted to make sure I was nailing it, to even how she holds the microphone. So her mannerisms, the way she speaks with her hands. What's so cute is that right before the pandemic, I went on her show called The Dorinda Show. That was the last thing I did before everything got shut down in 2020. Wow. When we were talking in an interview, it was this weird thing that happened, because and she said she felt the exact same way. It felt like we were looking in a mirror. And it was just like this weird thing. When we sang together, I couldn't find where my voice started, and she couldn't hear either where her voice started and where mine ended. It just kind of merged.
I love it.
And so I went back, and particularly to her sermonette, her kind of famous sermonette. Have you been tried in the fire? You know, so all that I had to get that right, the way she would, you know, her timing, her cadence. You know about the Lord. I don't know about you, but I feel real good, right? You know, so I had to get that vibe. And so I watched a lot of tapes, and she was very gracious enough for me to speak to her for, you know, we spent hours on the phone just really just getting to the heart of what she was feeling and what was really going on for her. But yeah, I definitely went back and looked at the tapes. But I also, just from they were the soundtrack to my childhood. So I grew up listening to the Clark sisters. So I was always familiar with the songs, and I actually had sung "I'm Still Here," which is one of Dorinda's kind of signature songs that she did.
Right.
I had done that just a couple of years prior with my church, not ever thinking that I would be playing her a couple years later.
Can you just imagine what it would have been to meet the mother?
Oh.
To meet the mother. I mean, that mother was something.
Yes.
I can only imagine that. I have one more question on this before I go into the question box.
Okay.
First, let me just say I love you. I mean, I don't know
love you too.
if it's possible to love people before you meet them. But I was studying you today, and I told my best friend, who is an extremely amazing, chew the scenery up actress who's watching you now, named Malika Blessing. This girl is phenomenal actress. And I told her, I said, this woman is amazing. I'm watching your stuff. I said, I'm dressing up for her. I'm sitting around in my t-shirt. I said, no, I am dressing for this interview. I love you. I mean, the work that you create, it is an art that you make it ring, man. You give it the life it's supposed to have. That's what I want to be, is a great artist. I don't want to be a great comedian or a great actor. I want to be a great artist. So whatever I touch, I want it to resonate with the universe. And you go, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
And that happened to me 4-5 times, watching you sing different songs. I was like, I'm even called to the depth. You go in so deep. I believe you. When you're singing, I feel what you're saying is true, So I want to say that's so cool. Last thing I want to ask you, were you scared on this part when you had to learn this part? Were you at all concerned that you might not get it right, and because you're acting with people, you're acting a person that's really alive, they're still here right now, So was that at all scary?
I think when I first got the part, there was a part of me that said they wouldn't have hired me unless they saw that I could do it. And I wasn't quite there yet, because I was still green. I was still, working with my acting coach. But I said, but they saw something in me. So if they see it, I know that if I dig deep and I really do the work, that I'm going to be prepared. And that's what I did. And I tell people all the time, it's like, you want people to invest millions into you, and yet you can't invest thousands. So it's like I had to put in the time, put in the money, for the training for me to get to that level. And so I have to say, that's why I always bring up Josie when I talk about the Clark sisters, because she got me so prepared for this movie. Everything that happened in the course of recording, that she said, this might happen, they might do this might happen, they might switch this. Every single thing she said that might happen actually happened.
And she had you prepared for it.
And I prepared for it. And I have to say that, sometimes with music, because it's so in me, I can listen to a song on the way somewhere, and I'll be, and then I'll sing it. People are like, oh wow, it seems like you've been singing that song all your life. But that's just the gifting, that's the training. That's now me. I have become a master because I've been doing it for so long.
Yes.
And where it really does become a part of me. Acting was different. It was almost like starting over with like riding a bike, and you've never ridden a bike before. So I had to put the time in. And so when I got to the other side of it, when it was day one, take one, I felt the most prepared for that than anything ever in my whole life. And that was because I think it was what you said. It wasn't a fear, but it was a challenge that, okay, you new to this, boo. You new to this. Singing, this, you don't. So you need to put in the time, the preparation, the effort, everything you can do to meet this opportunity, this out of the blue opportunity that so many girls wanted, but you were able to get it. So I took it really seriously.
So I got a bunch of questions in the box for you, but you're going to sing, right?
What you want me to sing?
Well, I want, you know, I heard you was going to sing one song, but I'm going to need two. You can sing whatever you want right now. I want one song, and then we're going to go to questions. And then before you leave, I want one more. Okay.
Okay, let me see. What could I, which one could
I just love that you know Yentl, though. You don't understand how that knocks me out. That knocks me out. Yeah.
Let me see. I could, do you want me to try to play a little something or just sing it a cappella?
You're not play. You can play.
You want me to play? Okay, let me see.
Yes.
See if I can bring this around. I should have brought my...
While you setting that up, I'm going to look in at some of the questions.
Okay.
And some I'll just say to you while you're setting up. One just says, you look so beautiful.
Oh,
that was from Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie. I think she meant me. No, it's joking. Okay. Thanks, Queen. Your versions of I Shall Wear a Crown are a blessing. Find them on YouTube.
Do I shall wear? Well, I need a choir for I Shall Wear a Crown.
Oh, look at you! You ready?
Is that good?
Yes, I love it. Get ready.
Let me see. Look at how he looks at her. Will someone ever look at me that way? Oh, okay, there we go. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Full of feelings and the soft unspoken words that lovers say. I thought that I knew every single look and sweet expression on your face, but this is one that I don't recognize. Although but now I see our love completely occupies a pair of eyes. See the way they gaze at her like slaves, they follow everywhere she goes. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Do my eyes
What's it doing?
and do I ever look at him and smile in such a way that what I'm feeling shows? Sometimes I have the feeling everybody knows, and even though it's crazy, still I can't help wondering if I'll ever live to see the day when by some miracle of miracles he'll turn around and look at me that way.
That's amazing. Stick a fork in me, Margaret. I'm done. Okay, I burn my clothes, Margaret. I'm going to heaven. Love that. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead and ask you some of these questions before I get to my next question.
Okay.
What do you prefer singing? Gospel, R&B, or blues?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I feel like R&B and blues is a product of gospel. I feel like those genres came out of gospel. There's a soulfulness in both of them. So I love them all, but if I would have to choose, I always say that God gets my best vocal because there's a conviction there that
yes.
I just think that shines through. But I just love, as you guys saw, that was an American songbook. But I'm always going to bring Sheléa with me now. And Sheléa is like a church girl, very much like Aretha, very much like Whitney, who, you know, Whitney was going to put those, she's going to put that gospel on, and I want to dance with somebody, so.
I had the picture of you just had up, wait a second, of you and all your family in the bed together on the floor. And you was talking about y'all was all at your granny's house, sleeping over on the floor. And And I just thought that that was so magical that you were showing us a side of you, you know?
Wait, are you sure that was me? I don't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
Hold up, hold
was?
up.
Because
Don't
my
go nowhere.
grandma, she won't let me put her on social media.
Okay, while you answering this question, I'm going to pull it up. If you weren't a singer, what would you be?
If I wasn't a singer, you know, believe it or not, I was really, really into track and field when I was younger. And I actually made a few records. There's some records that still remain when I was younger, but I don't know. I think I would love to be another little Wilma Rudolph.
That's not your picture?
Who's that?
It says on your page, it says, growing up black, when you and all your cousins spend a night at Granny's house, and it's on your fan page.
Oh, that's one of my fan pages, but I don't think that's me.
You don't think that's your family all on the floor like that?
Let me see. What page is that?
Right here. See the top?
Oh, Sheléa. I think that might be her. I think that might just be a meme. Yeah, I don't know.
So that's not your family?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, my grandma would not, my grandma just turned 90. Such a blessing. And she is so cute. She looks really good. And she's like, don't put me on no Facebook. She's from Birmingham, Alabama. My dad was in Birmingham, Alabama. And so she don't play that.
Somebody said, wait, what's the movie called? What movie is they're talking about? You think they're talking about Yento? Or did we talk about a different movie?
Okay, well, maybe are they talking about the Clark Sisters, the First Ladies of Gospel? That's the one that I starred alongside Kiera Sheard and Raven Goodwin, Angela, what's Angie's last name? Christine, and then me. So and then we were talking about the movie Yentl, which is starring Barbara Streisand. So those are the only two movies we talked about, guys.
And I mismentioned how Stella got her groove back, but you mentioned Waiting to Exhale. So
yeah, that was because something's telling me it might be.
Oh my God.
Something's telling me it might be. All of my life. Wow. Yeah, that Roberta Flack redid that.
She redid it for that movie. Okay, so wait, have you ever lived in Lancaster?
No, I've never lived in Lancaster. I knew some people there, some family was there, but I've only lived in Bakersfield. I went to school in Huntsville, Alabama, and then now I'm in LA.
All right, so tell me this. When did you meet Quincy Jones? How did that happen?
Oh, my goodness. So I actually met him a few times before I met him. And you know, being in this industry, you know what that means. You know, we were around each other, but it wasn't as meaningful. And so I think the meaningful moment happened when Ricky Minor, who I just absolutely adore.
He's amazing.
Such an angel in my life, who I met through Stevie, who is another just angel in my life. I met, Ricky was doing an event. Quincy would always have things at his home, you know, whether it be, you know, for Masoni to celebrate her 25 years or, you know, just anything. He'll have like, you know, something celebratory at his house. So somebody was using his home to host, and Ricky Minor was asked to be the music director. And so he brought me on, and so I actually sang "A Change Is Gonna Come." And I sang, and the other song I sang was, this version I have of Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. And so I just remember I I sang those songs, and this is crazy. Norman Lear was there. Everybody was there, but I just remember Norman Lear because he and Quincy are very close. And I opened after I finished, and Quincy was giving me a standing ovation. And so, but that was just the beginning. And so he had just opened a jazz club in Dubai, at Palazzo Versace Dubai, and he asked if I would be the first vocalist to open his jazz club. And so I lived there for 2 months, and then he kept bringing me in to do different stuff. And one day I sang one of the Bergman songs, which are his very, very dear friends. And it was Make Me Rainbows. And I just remember him. It was at ASCAP Jazz Awards. They were honoring Marilyn Bergman for being the president for all those years. And so he was there to present. So I sang Make Me Rainbows in tribute to her. And he just looked at me and said, it's time to make this official. And so that's when I signed with his management team. And so and then shortly after, I did my very first PBS special, and he put his name on it. Quincy Jones Presents Sheléa. And so that's my buddy, man. I'm actually going to Nashville next week, the Rhapsody Awards, and I'm going to be honoring him there next week too. So
I gotta tell you my Quincy story.
Okay, I gotta hear it.
Have you ever seen The Color Purple?
Oh, have I? I just watched it like maybe a couple months ago just to relive it older. I was like, oh,
But I'm talking his version, the musical.
No.
Okay, so it started Broadway. I saw it 8 times. So I saw it 4 times on Broadway. Okay, and the musical, 1,000 times better than the movie. The movie is good, but the movie sort of leaves you depressed. You know, my mom wouldn't see it at first because in the movie it just makes all black men look like terrible people, and that they hate women, and it's just. But the movie tells the story that is also about forgiveness. It's also about surviving. It's also about regaining yourself. So the movie is just beautiful. You know, him and Oprah really put that together, right?
Yeah.
So I saw it several times on Broadway. Then I went back to see it when Fantasia did it because she was better than the actual show itself. She was so good. And it wasn't even her singing, it was her acting. And then I saw it in Chicago, and my mama wouldn't watch it. She said, no, I can't because it's too brutal. I said, Mama, you don't understand. It's not. I came back home. As soon as I got to California, she called me. All my friends saw it, and I think I'm ready to see it now. So I had to go back to Chicago and take my mama to see it, right? Then I saw it in San Fran. Then it came back to LA again. It was going to be the closing show. So I get in the closing show. I'm there. I'm sitting there watching the show. And I mean, I know everybody's lines. I know where everybody's supposed to be standing. I'm loving it. And behind me, here comes somebody in the West. And they got the rattling bags, they talking, they whispering. I'm just getting madder and madder. So I turn around. I turn around. It's Quincy Jones. I turn back around. I said, let me just mind my own business. In fact, at intermission, I actually offered and shared with him some of my M&Ms, the one with peanuts. And that's my only story with him ever. And I was like, I wasn't going to say a word to him. So, oh my God. Wait, I got to see a couple more questions. I'm not going to hold you much longer.
No, I'm enjoying this. I can go on and on and on. I'm chilling.
This is so cool. Okay, let's see what they got for you. Let's see. They got some questions. Okay. Let me see. La. What does that mean? Oh, say somebody wrote. The song is Someone to Watch Over Me. Somebody said, can you sing a little something to walk over me? I love it. Your heart's in the right place. What do you have coming up next that you can share?
You know, we're all just trying to figure out just this new world that we live in, and so I'm thankful that things have been just somewhat steady, and so I'm going to be traveling abroad. I'm actually I don't know if I can talk about this yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that part, but I have some things coming down. I'm going to be performing at the Newport Jazz Festival, which I'm really excited about because
when is that?
Yeah.
When?
That's
So I'm coming to that.
I believe that's going to be in October, I think. I believe that's in October.
Will you please tell me the date?
I will.
And tell me the date.
I promise.
I work every weekend. I am not going to book that weekend. I'm coming to Newport to see you. Oh, absolutely. I've got to see you live.
I would love that. I would love that. And I'm doing my own. I've been doing, I've been touring with David Foster, and we're going to be doing some things later on this year. But I'm also doing a lot of my own tour dates, which I'm headlining, which I'm really, really excited about because, it's one thing to sing other people's songs, but when you can kind of do your own thing in your own show, you create the own pace and all that. I'm really excited. So I'll be doing a show in Reno in July. And again, I told you I'll be going to Nashville next weekend. It's called the Rhapsody. It's a whole Juneteenth thing. I'll be doing something with Greg Fillingham this coming weekend also, just
Greg
to celebrate
Fillingham. Don't say that fast.
Oh,
that boy bad.
That
boy bad now.
Mouse.
He bad. He bad. And I don't know if people know how much you write and that you wrote the theme to the UPN series, All of Us.
Yeah, I have to say I didn't write it. I didn't write it, but I did sing it. Often I wish that we could take the time to see the need there is to be a family. Yeah, 'cause it's all of us. Sometimes it can be rough. Time and seasons change, but we will still remain.
Come on now. Come on, somebody. So you didn't write any of that. You just sang it.
I just sang it. I just sang that one. But I wrote the theme song to Jumping the Broom, which you mentioned that song earlier, Love Fell on Me. And that was such a big moment because when I did my debut album, we named it Love Fell on Me. And Stevie Wonder played harmonica on the album version.
How blessed is your life, though? How blessed is your life? Stevie Wonder is playing harmonica on your piece. And I was talking to somebody the other day. I can't find one Stevie Wonder song that I don't like. And I looked everywhere. I can't find one Stevie Wonder song I don't like.
No, doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, except in the mind of the haters. It doesn't exist.
But you know what? Boy, where is a Stevie Wonder hater? Like, I don't even know if that exists.
Does that exist?
I don't think so. I feel like there are some people that are just so filled with light. I tell people all the time, like, what you feel when you hear "You Are the Sunshine of My Life," or when you hear "Do I Do," like, just that light. That's who he is as a person. And I think that's why he's able to give such deep, meaningful songs, is because there's so much light in him. There's so
much
love.
Who he is.
I met him in 2008 when I told you after the Take Six song.
Right.
I have never, ever heard him speak like an unkind word. Like he'll keep it real and talk about something, but he always puts it in a it's never in an unkind, mean, package. He's just like he really is, and I'm so blessed to call him a friend.
He has a radio station here in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
it's one of the biggest radio stations in the world. It's KJLH, and that alone tells you who he is, which stands for kindness, joy, love, and happiness.
Wow.
And that's a radio station. And it's a great radio station, like the best in this town. You know, that's just who he is. Do you know Lori Williams? The vocalist Lori Williams?
I might know her face. I just don't know the name.
Just give her a shout out. She's watching tonight.
Hey, Lori.
She could sing her face off, and she sometimes sings on my morning show, and she's so awesome. And I just want y'all to have at least that on-air connection, because she's bad.
I love that. All right, my bad sister Lori. Yeah.
I know you better wear that hat. I know that. So, my favorite song, Someone to Watch Over Me, but your Whitney Houston medley. How many people heard that thing? I mean, that thing went super crazy viral.
It did. And I remember, to be honest, to be really transparent with you, I remember when, it was getting all of this traction and everybody was like reaching out, and there was a part of me that felt like I felt a little, I don't know, what's the word, like a little gross about it, like, because it was just like, I felt like, I just didn't like the idea, or I just didn't want it to ever be thought that I was using this moment to promote myself.
I knew
It
you were
was
gonna say
like
that.
my heart was grieving, and I just wanted to just let it out. This wasn't me trying to say, look, I can sing like Whitney. You know, I can get those notes
And
just
it
like Whitney.
it wasn't you trying to ride on her unfortunate early demise. It
Yes,
wasn't like
yes,
she is transcended, let me jump on here and get her heat on me. It
exactly.
wasn't that. But I think that anyone who watched it knew it wasn't that.
And that's what was so rewarding for me, is that the people that were closest to her, that's exactly what they said. I'm getting a little choked up. I get choked up now when I tell the story now, but so many, like her dancers, her background singers, her cousins, they all reached out to Pebbles, her best friend. They all reached out to me, and they said, I was able to cry for the first time after hearing it. Like, I was actually able to breathe. Like, I didn't even know how, I was able to just cry. And it wasn't really until her daughter, Bobby Christina, found me and said, when I hear you sing, I feel my mother's spirit with me. And if she were here, she would be so proud of you. And that was the moment I knew that, okay, what was in my heart, it resonated. It came out the way I wanted to.
That's what it was.
It wasn't this thing. Yeah.
It came from a space of love. I'm telling you, even in how you interpreted the words and how you said on one particular word, there was one part where you held one word and it was like you took that word and just hung it in space and let it sit there for a moment. It blew my mind. And I told Malika, who is also my partner in all my business, all my production stuff, I said, Malika, I gotta go right now because I'm gonna watch this. It's 10 minutes and 34 seconds. And I'm gonna watch every second of it. And it was just a treat. Speaking to you tonight is a treat. It was a real
with
joy.
You my new friend. You're not gonna get rid of me now.
Oh, yay! God bless you, yay! And I can't wait to see you live. I can't wait to see. And you don't have to tell me where Newport Jazz is. I'm getting off this phone and I'm gonna figure out where Newport Jazz is. And
It's in Newport Beach. It's in Newport Beach. It's Newport Beach. County. It's beautiful there. It's beautiful. my old stomping grounds. So now where are you based?
I live in Palmdale, right next to Lancaster, Palmdale, California.
Okay. Well, yeah, you already know.
But my car will get to Newport in it'll take me an hour and 45 minutes to drive to Newport. And it'll be a beautiful drive, especially since I know when I get there, I'm going to hear you. Tell me the one thing.
I will definitely give you the information, and I'm going to give you a shout out. I'll be like, my boy is here. He said he was going to be here. He drove just to see me.
Come on now. Come on. I have a friend named Avery. You know Avery Sunshine?
Oh, I adore him so much. Oh, no. I was thinking Avery, the guy. No, Avery Sunshine. Yes, I know her. Yes.
The vocals. Avery. Yes.
We did. Well, he's a Avery.
Who are you talking? The actor?
No, he's another singer. He just sang the anthem. What's his last name? They accidentally said Avery Johnson, but I think it's Avery Wilson. I think
that's so funny though if they said Avery Johnson, because Avery Sunshine's husband name is Dana Johnson.
Wow.
So it's a connection. But she always, if I'm at a set where she's at, she said, well, I can't start to talk to Pastor Reverend Michael Colyar, you know. And so
I love her. Fun. I love her so much. We actually did a show for what's the keyboard? Yamaha. We did a Yamaha show together. I think it was like a year and a half ago, right before the lockdown. So I love her so much.
Well, I love you so much. Before I get that last song out of you, what is two things? First of all, I want to know, what is the thing you haven't done that you want to do? And then what is the one thing you would like to leave us with knowing about you? First of all, what is that one thing or that one person you want to sing with, or that one concert that you really want to do? It's your heart's desire.
I don't know if it's a concert, but I just have this little very much so a childhood dream, because I used to watch it every year, and I always wanted to do the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, I can see that easily. I can see that done. Do you have a vision board? Do you have a vision board?
I do. I do.
Please put it on your vision board.
Yes.
And every time you put up another vision board, just keep putting it on and keep looking. That's going to happen.
Oh.
That's going to happen. I see that. I see that for you. That is definitely.
And I want Ricky Minor again. I want that moment. The thing is, Whitney's is cemented forever. It's like that is just the standard. But I want to do something emotional like that, to be able to just kind of make that emotional impact, you know, with the arrangement. And so that's one thing I would love to do. And and just a little part too is I think I would like to do Broadway, you know.
Absolutely.
I've been getting a lot of feedback about that. I did this thing with it was called Wicked for Whitney. You should look that. You would love that. Wicked for Whitney. It basically combined the Wicked, the show Wicked with Whitney Houston hits, and it's called Wicked, the number 4.
And I can find that online?
Yes, it's on YouTube. It's I think it's another 13-minute one, but honey, you want every minute, every second of that thing. And the guy, Michael, oh goodness, of course, last names are just, I'm missing today, but he shares your name. His name is Michael, and he is the creator of this. You'll see all his other videos. He does one for Prince. He does for so many ones. So I was Elphaba. And so I did all, you know, the big songs. I'm flying high, defying gravity, you know.
Oh my God.
Flying high, defying gravity.
Let's both do it. Let's go to Broadway.
No, of course I'm bad with lyrics.
I love it. Go.
Is ever gonna bring me down? So I put a little soul into it. So you'll see.
You know this is not an interview. This is just me and you hanging out. This is just me and you hanging out. It is amazing. We gotta both do Broadway. You know, let's
do it.
Put your foot down. We're doing it. We are doing Broadway. Not we want to. We are going to do Broadway. It's done. It's done. Now,
it's done.
What we're gonna do is, last thing is, what is one thing you love to leave people with to know about you? Just one thing you want them to walk away with. And then, folks, I'm gonna put your comments back on so they can scroll when she playing that last song. If y'all want to throw things in there, you just want to say that are questions, that'll be your opportunity. I'm sorry if I blocked y'all, but I am not covering this lady up with words. Forget it.
Thank you so much. I think what I would want people to know is that I am someone, as cliche as it sounds, who has never given up, you know, and though it might seem that there's been really incredible opportunities that I've had, which I have. We didn't even talk about the White House I performed for twice, and so many other just incredible things that God has blessed me with. You know, being in this industry, there's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of things that you're looked over, and there's moments where you do question if you really do have something special to offer the world. And to be honest, even now, it's like, I don't even want to call it an interview anymore, because we're just hanging out. Hangout moments like this is so affirming for me. Just to hear just you kind of speak into my life and what you see, that, you know, what I'm putting out there is resonating with you, and you're feeling it, that helps me to hold on a little while longer. And so I just want people to know that even your favorites, you know, people who you think got it all together and seem to be, you know, flying high, I am flying high, and I'm blessed, not because of just the opportunities that I've been given, but just because I have been able to find what I was created to do. And what I was created to do, I actually get to make a living doing that. And I know how rare, and I know what a gift that is. And so, I don't know. I know I'm kind of saying a few things, but I would just want to center around is that I found what I've loved, and that's what has kept me going. And if whatever you're trying to go for, just know that you're gonna have moments where you don't think, you know, you're a lot of times it comes from comparison, and something that I've been reading, a quote that I really love. It says comparison is a thief of joy. And the less I compare, and looking around and seeing, okay, well, they're doing this, why can't I be doing that? You know, the less I do of that, the more joy I'm able to hold on to.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Don't do any of that, because your journey is an individual journey.
Yes.
You know, I mean, to make it very basic, you came here alone.
Yeah.
And you're leaving alone.
Yeah.
And it's that dash that's in between the day you were born and the day you leave this planet. That dash is what's important. What do you do during the dash? It's your individual journey.
Yeah.
And I was on Facebook right before I came on and telling people how grateful I am to God, because look at what I do.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the middle of my dream. I do what I love to do. I don't have to be rich. All I got to do is break even. If I break even and I'm doing what I love to do, man, I'm at the end of the game, and you are doing what you love to do, and that's why you're doing it so well. That's why we can look at you and see that it comes from a depth, and it comes from truth, and it comes from love, and it comes from God, and so all those things are there. So all we have to do now is just be grateful. The richest person in the world is the one who's content with what he has.
Yeah.
And we have everything.
Everything.
We have everything, man. You know? So I'm thankful to you. I'm thankful to you, because this interview was supposed to be 30 minutes. And when my friend couldn't make it, so I was going to do 30 minutes and cut the show. Me and you have done an hour 10, and we still don't want to leave.
I still don't want to leave.
I was going to mention the Washington thing. How they brought you to Washington. What was the song that you sang? And they loved it so much they want you to come and do it at the White House. What was that story? How'd you get to the White House?
My goodness, yes. Well, the first time I went to D.C., I sang at one of the inaugural events. And that was a song I wrote called I Believe. But when I actually performed at the White House, that was a tribute to Burt Bacharach and Hal David. That was the Gershwin Prize. And I sang Anyone Who Had a Heart. You know, they wrote all those amazing songs. And then the second time I performed at the White House, I did a tribute to Ray Charles. And I did The Right Time with Anthony Hamilton. Baby! Night and day. Rudy. The Cosby Show.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So those were, and you know, just really quickly, the first time I went to the White House, I brought my dad. I wanted that representation of a Black father in my life, and meeting the first Black president at the time. And
you met him.
That was a really really special moment for me and my dad. And you know, it was hard. You know, I'm very close with my mom, very close with my sister. But I really wanted to put that image out there, that this was a Black father who was present in my life, and there's a lot more that y'all just aren't aware of. I know you get blinded by what you see on media, but that ain't real. Black fathers, if you actually look statistically, they are actually the most involved in their children's lives. And
absolutely.
I just wanted to put that out there.
I can't breathe without seeing my daughter. She's 25. I got to see her face every day. I got to see it, or something. That day ain't right if we don't look at each other. You know, and she lives in Vegas, but we get on FaceTime and we giggle and we say something funny, or we encourage each other. We got to do that every day. I want to meet Trump. I wrote a book. A funny thing happened on the way to the White House. I knocked on the door and the brother answered, "Please send me your address. I got to send you this book."
I would love that.
You have to have this book. It would mean the world for me. For you to have it, it would mean the world to me. You know? So,
absolutely.
Okay, I realize that there's no worse death than being talked to death. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. But you have been so magical. I don't know what the song is. You could pick the song you want to sing. but I know it's gonna be something wonderful. I'm gonna let these people's comments go. Wait, let me just peek at the question.
Okay, let's just peek. Let's do a little peek. Peek a peek.
Okay, we got someone said, what vocalist musician would you want to duet with, dead or alive?
Ooh. I would have to say Nat King Cole.
Oh, what a great choice.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. And you know, I want you to meet this musician. He's not on here, but his name is Moonlight Africa. Girl, he's in Nigeria, in Lagos. This boy is he's Bob Marley at 20. If Bob Marley was here today.
Wow.
So cold. He's so cold.
I would love to collaborate with him. I've been really that's all I work out to is Afro house music, and just, you know, I've been really getting into just a lot of African music that's, you know, kind of current, what's going on there, what's going on, and I'm like, I'm trying to do a collaboration.
Oh, you got to do it. You got to do it. Please go on Instagram and pull up Moonlight Africa. He spelled it with a Q, Afriqa. Moonlight
Africa. Okay, I'll check him out.
I'm gonna get on the phone with him as soon as I get off the phone with you. We're gonna do FaceTime or whatever we do because he's in Nigeria. What is it? WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell him that I want him to talk to you, because when you see his music, when you see what this boy writes,
wow,
it's gonna absolutely blow your mind, and y'all could collaborate. This boy's gonna get Grammys. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
He just did 48 songs. He's about to get Grammys. This boy is ridiculous.
Wow, you know? I gotta hear.
Your voices together, it'll be nothing but love.
Also, look, I just did a collaboration with this incredible artist named Masego, Masego, and we did this song together called "Bliss Abroad," and he's got this new extended EP that's just incredible. So check that out. That just came out a couple weeks ago. People are already really buzzing about it. So check that out. I think you vibe to it.
All night going through all these things. I gotta watch Waiting to Exhale. I gotta watch Wicked Whitney. Whitney. I gotta watch all. I gotta pull up this musician. You have sent me off with some homework, child, and I'm looking forward to it. I want you to also catch my I do a morning show 5 days a week on YouTube. It's called the Michael Colyar Morning Show.
Yes.
And it's 7 o'clock LA time, but you can also see it anytime, day or night.
I wake up at 7. I wake up every morning at 7.
You will so love this show. You got to watch it and chime in. Just go to YouTube, put in the Michael Colyar Morning Show. Tomorrow will be our 216th show. And I started doing it when this thing happened and our world ended.
Yeah.
So that people have a place to come and laugh and pray every day.
That's
Please
amazing.
Check us out.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna stop holding you because we got an hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna ask you to end with a wonderful song for us. And on my morning show we say woo woo woo. Can you give me a woo woo woo?
Can you woo woo? Woo woo woo.
All right, you're fantastic. First I'm gonna bring these people back on.
So okay, can bring some people back on. Yeah, I wonder.
Say some stuff.
I wonder if my Shea babes are in the house. My fans call themselves the Shea Babes, and they always have the yellow hearts. You might see some of those yellow hearts going, and
she's our girl, Redwood City, California. There's the yellow hearts.
There they go. Where my yellow hearts at? Where my yellow hearts?
Goodness.
I see you, Asia.
There they are.
I see you.
Okay. No, she didn't sing yet, y'all. She still gonna sing. Don't go nowhere.
I see you, Shay. Smile. Yes, great interview. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I've just loved my time, and I just want to thank you again for just. I just feel like I'm talking to my brother, talking to a friend, and thank you for making it just so easy and so welcoming. And I'm gonna see you at the show.
I'm calling you. I'm getting your interview. I need to get your information. I gotta call you. I gotta talk to you. We got stuff to do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hook you up with Moonlight Africa. We gotta talk. I'm coming to see you work. I'm gonna see your performances. I'm gonna invite you to mine. We friends now. It's over.
It's over. I love it. I love it.
Look at all of y'all heart.
I also want to just give my Shea Babes a shout out. Thank you guys for always supporting me. Thank you for the new people who I've met through Michael's platform. Thank you so much for having an open heart to me. And so I think I'm going to just do my song.
I have to thank one more person, Moses Stovall. Moses Stovall is the one who actually brought you to my attention.
Yes,
and
thank you so much.
He kept talking about you, and I said, okay, let's find out what's going on. And then Malika Blessing, she knows. And I said, how am I out of the know? Well, because I'm a senior citizen, so I don't always know all the stuff. But once I start studying you, my heart has sang a royal song this evening. You are more than magnificent and just graceful. You should be singing a song called Grace. You are graceful.
Oh.
We love you. We appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So maybe I should do Grace. Maybe I should do that song.
Okay.
There's something on my mind, but I'm scared to share it, 'cause you can't hear rewind. If I don't get it right every time, would you hold it against me, leave me behind? I'm just trying to make it through the day, and I'm searching for the words to say. Can I get a little grace? Can I get a little empathy? Can we come back to the light and leave darkness behind? I just need a little hope. I'm not asking for your sympathy. You can't wait for things to change and still be the same. I just need a little grace. I just need a little grace. Can I get a little grace? Some grace. I promise I'll hear you out. So speak your truth. I won't shut you down. There's more to us than we'll ever know, but it takes forgiveness, and it's harder to show. I'm just trying to make it through the day, and I'm searching for the words to say. Can I get a little grace? Can I get a little empathy?
Hey.
Can we come back to the light and leave darkness behind? I just need a little hope. I'm not asking for your sympathy. You can't wait for things to change and still be the same. I just need a little grace. I just need a little grace. Can I get a little grace? Some grace. We've got to find a better way and start living out the words we say. If there's one thing that's true, in the end it's me and you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can I get a little grace?
Hey!
Can I get a little empathy? Can we come back to the light I'm searching for the words to say.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Where the bells? Where the bells and the whistles? My God. My God. Wow. Wow. You are a blessing. God bless you so much.
Thank you.
And if people know how to find you, where would people look for you?
Yes, you guys, just stay in touch with me. I would love to just stay in contact for those of my new people I connected with. So it's just everything is the same. Sheléa Music, SHELEA Music. So my Instagram is Sheléa Music. My Twitter is Sheléa Music. My website, www.sheleamusic.com. Please go to my website because you'll be able to see the tour dates that are kind of coming through. We're going to start adding those very, very soon. I'm going to make sure my team adds the new ones that have just been confirmed, like the Newport Jazz Festival I told you about, the thing I'm doing in Nashville, and all the other tour dates later on this year. So
say the website
so
again.
that's how you can reach me. On Facebook, same Sheléa Music. That's my fan page on Facebook, and so I would love to stay in contact.
What's the web again? The web page? Your web is what?
So www.sheleamusic.com. So
you was on everything.
Yeah, I just made it SHELEA.
Sheléa Music on everything.
Everything.
I'm going to check out the page. Thank God for you. Thank God for you.
Oh.
You are a blessing and you're helping lift this world. We love you so much. I am so grateful that it was supposed to be a 30-minute interview, turned into an hour and a half, and we still having fun. If it wasn't for folks have to work, go to bed and all that, we'd still be going. Thank you. God bless you very much. You are my friend. Thank you.